Now I'm going to introduce the business panel. I call them the grit, the get it done, take no prisoners, whatever it takes, massive action, decide, cut off from all other options, go big or go home panel. I just couldn't fit it all in the workbook. So, who better than to lead this extraordinary panel than the one and only Mr. Bryan Marsh, or as I call him, Bryza. This guy raised the standards. From the day I met him in a velvet jacket and his signature kerchief, and he said, "You will know my name." And I most certainly do. When I asked Bryan to brag about himself for his bio, he literally put, because this is who he is, he put my wife and my kids are my brag. Aww. Do it, everyone go, aww, thank you. His numbers are off the charts. In fact, he's responsible for breaking every record that we had ever seen. Basically, got 100 club in about a year. But what you're going to hear from this panel is what it really takes. And their moments of triumph and disappointment and how to get through those. So, without any further ado, I'm introducing Bryza. Let's give him a massive game plan. Welcome.
Thank you.
Here they come. Come on.
You all right? What's up, Juice Plus? Actually, I've got a new one. I'm going to say juice, you say plus. Juice! Juice! How good is that? Thank you for the invitation to be here. It is an absolute honor to be here. A little bit about my story. I've been in the business for just over 2.5 years. It was my wife's idea to do Juice Plus. She is the smart one in this family. So let's give it up for my wife, Fiona. I didn't want to include the stats because my concern around any of those stats is the comparison game. I built my Juice Plus business for 20 years before starting Juice Plus. 20 years. I've been in traditional business with digital marketing, working for some pretty cool brands. But I used the skill sets that I learned for 20 years and then brought it into Juice Plus. My concern is people sitting in the audience comparing their chapter 1 or chapter 2 to my chapter 22. It's the same as when people can come in with skill sets or come in with influence. They come in already have built some of their Juice Plus business. We've all heard the saying that success loves speed, right? We've heard that? Yes, if you haven't heard it, it's a good one. Success loves speed. But speed also kills. And because it kills, why it kills is because people compare themselves to other people. Comparison is the thief of all joy. And what's the problem with that? The problem with that is that when you aren't having fun, when there's no joy in your life, when you're being the Debbie Downer, how is it that you're going to get people to follow you on this journey? People buy your why, people buy your vision, people buy where you're going. And if you're not having fun because you are comparing yourself to other people, you're not being joyful, you're not having fun, and you're not going to be able to inspire people to come on the journey with you. We are exactly the same as each and every one of you. We have all got fear, we've got limiting beliefs, We've all had mum or dad guilt. We all lack confidence, but we decided to work through it. We decided to step out of our comfort zone and grow at every opportunity we could. So today, when you're hearing these stories, you're going to resonate with one of these stories. You're going to look at them and go, you know what, that's me. I'm working through that right now. And when you do that, you then make a decision to be successful. You make a decision to grow, to step out of your comfort zone and be just like these people, whoever it is on stage today. Whoever it is, if it's one of these panelists or someone else that's already been on or coming on, if they can do it, who can do it? You can do it. If they can do it, who can do it? You guys can do it. And that's what we're here for. We're here to see stories, hear stories, be inspired about other people's journey. So first up, we have Samantha. She's excited. Actually, I've got some news. Samantha just went SSC. Woo! How good's that? So Samantha, maybe if you could just share with the audience what the secret sauce is.
Yeah, sure. So my biggest thing was belief. Like, if you love something, you need to believe in it. So I left a media sales role. I sold advertising, and I thought I sucked at it, but I just didn't believe in the product. That was the problem. When I came into this job, I didn't want to be the sales type. That was my biggest fear. But I don't sell, I share. I share this amazing opportunity that we all love and this amazing product. And that is so easy. And I just didn't know that all this was on offer. I knew from a young age that I was destined to be something big. And I love helping people. I get such a thrill out of it. I suffered anxiety and depression for many years, and these capsules helped me get off my medication. And I knew that I wanted to make others feel just as good. Conference this year was my big game changer. I found within my heart that this is my place and you are my people. And I knew that I was meant to be up on that stage. What I love about this business is you can literally make it anything you want to be, and you can see that with all the teams that we have. You can be the person that you've always wanted to be, but at the end of the day, we just all love helping people.
Awesome. So maybe if you could just share what you started doing in this business that had the biggest impact on your results and income, and what else did you stop doing?
Yeah, so I became completely obsessed with the process and completely teachable. I stepped up, I listened to all of my mentors, and I watched those who I admire. And I branded the Blissful Growth Project. Not only do I share an amazing business opportunity and products, but I have created some epic friendships. I never had friends, and now, sorry. I have an amazing girl gang. And I wanted to create new friendships and for the girls to feel like they have so much support and empowerment and opportunities and to never feel on their own, like they've always got a cheer squad. So I made time in the small cracks of my day, and in a couple of weeks from conference, I brought in 11 frontline and I just went to work.
Yeah.
What I stopped doing is I stopped listening to others' BS. I live in a small country town and people do talk out of jealousy. So I stopped people pleasing, I stopped with the self-doubt, because I'm so good at this, not to sound cocky, but I really am. And I don't compare to NMDs or people who are hired to me, because I know at this point in my life that this is where I'm meant to be. And I don't rush it, and I just trust the process.
Awesome. So maybe what's your best piece of advice? There's someone sitting in the audience that resonates with this, and you guys should be taking notes, right? Because this is what changes your business when you listen to other people on the journey and taking down how they got through or over their BS stories. So what's your best piece of advice?
So I became a leader, but I became a team player as well, because I find supporting your downline, your sideline, your upline is so incredibly important to make people feel loved no matter where they're at. Don't quit, because your next best opportunity is honestly right around the corner, believe it or not. Find your balance, make time for yourself, and don't burn yourself out. Don't be disheartened if not all your frontline and team don't stay on, because this isn't for everyone, but it's our role to reach out and offer this amazing opportunity. Feel good, have fun, and bring in a positive light. Radiate what you want to attract. Hustle your little hearts out and distance yourself from the negative outcomes. Show this amazing opportunity, because I wasn't shown this at the start, and this is just epic. Look for all the challenges and find the lesson in those and just move on. Remember at conference when Simon Chan would show all his videos, and they were mainly of his family and spending time with his family? Find your why, because my why is my mum was a stay-at-home mum and she didn't miss a thing. And I was so grateful for that. And that's what I want when I start my family. Like, I don't want to miss anything. I don't want to say no. I want to be there for everything, as well as support it so it's not all on my partner. Just love yourself, because someone out there does, and you should love yourself as well.
Awesome. Let's give it up for Samantha. And Mr. Joel Lord, what is the secret sauce?
Bryan, do you know that 81% of traditional businesses in Australia fail in the first 5 years? And until a couple of months ago, I was actually going to head back down the traditional path again myself. That was until I went to an event here on the Gold Coast with Eric Worre, and at that event he interviewed a girl on stage, and she didn't know much about her products. She didn't really know the science behind them or anything like that. She didn't know anything about her compensation plan other than it put money in her account every month. And when he asked her, what do you earn a year? She said, I earn $2 million a year. And I was like, fair enough. That's a lot of groceries in my traditional business to pay myself that much. So the second thing that he asked her was, Len, if you don't know that stuff, how do you do it? And she says, I just build other people up. And when she said that, it hit me like a lightning bolt, because that's what I love to do. And for the first time, I felt that I could build this business in the way that I wanted to, and that was to build other people up. So I went to work and I started doing that, and I've got some team members on, and I became super builder and everything like that. But the reason why I bring it up is because had I not shown up to that event, I wouldn't have heard those words, and I certainly wouldn't be sitting on stage right now. In fact, my life would be completely different. So you guys want to know the secret sauce? Well, you're already doing it, because you, all of us are all smart enough to be in this room. We've all shown up. So that's the secret sauce. Show up.
Awesome. So you made a decision. What did you change that helped you create success, and what did you stop doing, I suppose?
Okay, well, I took the first step, and that was to surround myself with successful people that were getting results that I wanted to have in my future, you know? Like, I actually moved to the Gold Coast so I could come to events that you guys put on and be around Linda and all that sort of stuff. So that was one of the reasons we came to the Gold Coast. So what that did was it challenged me. It held me to a higher standard. It gave me belief. And rather than being embarrassed about the business and thinking I'm too cool for it, I got really proud. And like proud enough to like share it with anyone. Like if Bill Gates was here, I'd ask him if he needed a side income. So, you know, I stopped thinking I was not enough and that I was worthy, you know, and basically I knew that this was a must for me now, so I stopped playing the hokey pokey and I went all in. So yeah,
Hokey pokey.
one foot in, 1 foot out, you know.
Gotcha. Man, share with the audience your best advice for them.
Okay, you got to celebrate. Celebrate you, celebrate your team, celebrate everything you do approximately right. It's the truth, like our team, it's full of celebration, isn't it? So you often hear Linda mention the monkey brain, the part that keeps it safe, that stops us from doing the things that we know we need to do in this business. Well, in our team, I've just found a way to celebrate everything, even the things that, like the pyramid scheme stuff. Like, so Fraser Brooks does the dance, pyramid scheme, do that. Like, what would your business look like in 12 months' time, or even, look, 3 months' time for me, because we just started celebrating everything. Because the truth is, if you attach positivity to everything in this business, you'll do it more. Because humans do everything because we think it's going to make us feel a certain way. So if you can make yourself and your team feel really great about everything, like, you'll do it more. And if you do it more, you'll start getting more results and more money and help more people. So celebrate everything.
That's awesome. Good job, Joel. Congratulations. So, Belinda, tell me, what is the secret sauce?
Well, the secret sauce for me was just doing what felt uncomfortable. I don't know about you, but speaking in front of this is very uncomfortable for me. And, just actually reaching out to the people that you don't want to reach out to, which you know will be epic. That's what is my secret sauce, is just doing the work, because it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good to do things that you know you should do, but when you do them at the other end, you feel absolutely incredible. Yeah. I don't know about you guys, but when you've reached out to that person, they said yes to the team, did you feel awesome? Yes. So, it wasn't comfortable, and that's my secret sauce, ultimately.
Awesome. Thank you. So, obviously, you made a decision to start doing some things and maybe stop doing things. What were they?
So, I started just getting out of my own way. I had a big ego, and I thought, oh gosh, what are people going to think of me? And I've got a traditional business already. I can't, I don't want to seem like I'm selling too much to people. But I realised that this is a beautiful business, and that there's so many people out there that cannot run a traditional business because it's too hard. And we've suffered, and what I've realised is that most people need this. So I got into massive, epic, amazing state, and I just got so excited, and I just reached out to people. And I think the big thing is you need to make sure that you're focused in your time. So you don't want to basically reach out to people when you're, in school line and drop off, and then you've got other mums saying hi to you. You want to make sure that you are like in peak state, get yourself excited, put your favourite music on, whatever it means for you. And then just reach out. Well, for me, I reached out to as many people as I could, and I was genuine. One of the big things is I'm not a very good texter or a typer. I really struggle with writing back to people because I've got a bit going on. But one thing I saw, I went to a blitz with Kate and Anthony ran a blitz, and it was amazing. And I saw this girl get results from calling someone. And then when she called someone, I was like, oh, if I call someone and I speak to them genuinely from my heart, not typing, then this might work. So I ended up calling someone. She was like, yeah, cool, I'd love to learn more. Then what I did was I got on my voice message on my Facebook, and I just looked at everyone that was live, and I just gave everyone a compliment. And then I gave people a compliment that I thought would be awesome for this business. And I actually have one recording that got me my best team member, one of my best team members that's here today, and we made it happen for her. We said to her, I think it was on Friday, make it happen. Invest in your business. Invest in your people. If they can't get here because they can't afford it, help them out. Because this could be something that transforms you and their lives and your whole business. So we invested in her, and I want to kind of share with the audio now.
I just got a message. I've just been dialing back from an amazing women's empowerment event, and I just thought of you because of how devoted you are with your little mum's page, and how devoted you are to helping people, and how driven you are. I just love how you're a mum of two, and you just don't let that stop you from achieving your dreams and just doing it all. And I love it. That's the reason why I'm wanting to reach out to you, is because Ben and I are actually studying online business, helping bring more health to hundreds and thousands of families around the world. We've been doing it for a while now, and we have been getting some epic results, and we're really looking for some people to mentor, to not only bring more health into hundreds of thousands of people's lives, but also to bring more income into people's lives.
I never listen to, I just wanted to also say that I don't listen to them before I send them. I just literally go from my heart and just go, send, and then I do another one and then I go, send, and then I just wait there and go, oh my God. And then she was so grateful. So anyway, that's what I did.
It was awesome. So what about your best piece of advice?
So my best piece of advice would be to stop worrying what other people think of you and start living more in your heart, because the cost is huge, really. I actually was diagnosed with cancer last year as well, and I was on a coaching. I was very grateful. One of my friends got me onto this mindset coach, and I believe a lot of things are spiritual as well as physical. And he asked me, by you not living in your power, Belinda, what has that cost you financially? And that completely shaked my whole body. It's shaking me now. So I want to ask you guys some questions. I don't want to give you advice, but I also just want to really ask you guys some questions. What has been the cost of you guys not stepping into your power, to your confidence? So these things you can write down a little bit in time. I probably don't have that much time now, but that's one. So I want you guys to think about the cost of your confidence. Also the cost of your health by you not stepping into your power and doing this business properly. Because the stress, looking at everyone else succeed, is what could be killing you inside and killing your spirit. So what is the cost of you not stepping into your power in terms of your health? What's the cost on your relationships? I know for myself, with my husband quit his job to help me in my business. And when he quit his job, I freaked out and I actually was in meltdown mode and I didn't do as well as I could have for him. And it cost us a lot of strain and almost divorce in our relationship. So by you not going to work because you said that you're going to do this business, what does that cost you if you haven't done the best that you can, in your heart? Also, what does it cost your team? Because people believed in you when they signed up. They actually really believed in you. So by you not showing up for them, what does that cost you and your team? Because their life might not be changed because they saw that you wanted to give up. And also, what does it cost your customers by not following them up? And I haven't been perfect at this. I've been a busy, crazy, disorganized person. I'm not talking like I'm amazing, but it's cost your customers good health by you not following them up and then cancelling and ringing head office and saying, I'm not going to do this anymore. And most importantly, I really want you to think about what it's cost you financially. Where could you have been, or what holiday could you have gone on, or the fact that you're in a job that you don't love. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to kind of leave you guys with, and that's the biggest thing that's changed my life, and that's why I've said yes to this business.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Belinda. So, Karina Lowe, what is the secret sauce?
I'm sorry to say, but there isn't one. It's in each and every one of you already. You already know it, and you've heard it here today over and over and over again. Get rid of your excuses and go to work. That's it. We all have the same opportunity. We all have the same systems. We all have the same amazing, amazing product at our hands to offer people, and this amazing gift that we can share. So you already have it all in you. All you have to do is follow the system, lean on your upline, and go to work. Seriously, it's hard work and determination and sacrifice that you do now that's going to pay off long term. So for me, I still have my job. I still work 4 days a week. I have 4 kids between me and my partner. And, most days, I do school drop-off, I go to work, I do school pickup, I go home, I get the kids a snack, and I go to work. I start at about 4, and most nights I finish at about 9, 10 o'clock at night. I come out of the room and my partner has amazingly fed the kids and bathed them and put them to bed and done their readers and everything else while I've been in there working. And, that's the sacrifice that we're making. There's a lot of nights where I'm not there to kiss my children goodnight. And, I go in and I give them a kiss when I'm finished. But, I know that long term this is really going to pay off. And, there's so much stuff that we've been able to do because of this business, and already the kids are enjoying all of that. But, we're probably about 3 to 6 months off buying our own home, which is my absolute dream. That is just my thing I need to do for my family. Once I have that family home, we can pay that off and we're completely free. And that is our goal. And we're so, so close to that. So I know that hard work, determination and sacrifice is what's going to pay off for us.
Awesome. So you made a decision to start doing some things and maybe stop doing some things. So what were they?
Yeah. So I started to believe in myself. So this was a really hard one for me because I'd never believed in myself. And about, I don't even know how long ago it was, just over a year ago, I sort of made a decision, had a call with my uplines and, you know, if not this, then what, right? You've all been there. But, you know, shortly after that, actually, Lauren was doing a live one morning about no one is coming to save you. And that has stuck with me the whole time. So a lot of you probably know my story, maybe not all of you though, but so I was a single mum when I came into this and, you know, excuses. It was hard. But no one was coming to save me. It was up to me to provide for my children. I was the only one that could change my life. I was the only one that could get me out of that crappy situation I was in. No one was coming to save me. It was up to me. So I went to work. And what I did was I had to face my fears. So this is really weird, right? My fear is public speaking. So here I am. But I knew that was something I had to overcome. So last year I sat in the audience where all of you are, looking up here at all the amazing leaders, these unicorns up here, like they're incredible, and thinking, I need to be on that stage, and I want to be on that stage. How the hell do I get on that stage? So Lorian said to me, Karina, you need to start your own event. Start doing your own event. And I was like, are you kidding me? I can't talk to people. This is ridiculous. Anyway, my team doesn't even know this. I started my own event, and it wasn't just a 30-minute event for me. That event took up my entire life. The anxiety I got from doing that every single week made me physically sick. I would count the days down, the hours down. I had notes everywhere trying to prepare for it. I was so anxious that someone would pull out at the last minute and I'd have to step in and go, oh my God, I'm not prepared. Because I had to step up and be there for my team, right? So it became so overwhelming for me, these events. And I knew that if I kept turning up and I kept doing them and I pushed myself to do what was hard, it would eventually get easier. Recently, it became easier. I stopped writing notes and I just winged it. And the events flow really lovely now, and the team has followed suit. They always say to me how great I am on the event. They obviously have no idea about any of this. But you know, that's what it's all about, right? We're normal. We all have these fears, but you just need to face them. So same again, like Linda asked me to get up here and speak, and my first thought was, oh crap, what excuse can I make up that I don't have to have a voice on that day? Like, how do I get out of this? And then my second thought was, no, do it. Because the only way you're going to grow is to face your fears. So that's what I started doing. What I stopped doing was having those excuses. Yeah. And that's as simple as that.
That's so good. And your best piece of advice for us?
Yeah. So I'm a big believer in manifesting. So in order to reach your goals, you have to first have a target. So you have to see yourself reaching whatever goal it is that you guys want to achieve in this business. And eventually, your results will catch up to that. So just curious, who here already has their NMD song already picked out? Awesome. The rest of you need to do that. Because when you can picture yourself walking on that stage to that song, it becomes real. And that's when everything's going to fall into place for you. Then you've just got to go out there and do the actions that needs to happen to get to that point.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Lauren, please share with us the secret sauce to your success.
Hey guys. Honestly, it's consistent work. I think what I love most about this business is that it's our own business, so we can choose what pace we want to do it at. And for people like me, for those who do know me, I just run 1,000,000 miles per hour with anything, including talking, so I'm trying really hard to talk slow. And so all that meant was that I failed forward faster. I think the difference between a lot of the people who achieve the higher ranks, they build bigger businesses, they've just fallen over more times. But if I'm really honest, it's because they've shown up on the days when it would have been easier not to. I think it's really easy for us all to work on our business when we're feeling awesome and life's amazing, but what about on the other 5 days of the week? I think that's really what separates the people who, that's the secret sauce.
Awesome. So at some stage you made a decision to start doing some things and stop doing some things. Maybe you can share with the guys.
Yeah, so for me, I stopped convincing people and I stopped being attached to the outcome, and I started educating people about my story, what I was doing, why I was doing it, educating people about the profession, educating people about the product. And it's just my posture changed. I think people could tell, and you can hear my commitment, you can hear my conviction. I'm not telling people because I need their approval. I'm not telling people because I need them as a client. I'm not telling people because I need them on my team for promotion. I'm telling them because I've been where they've been, I've felt their pain, and if they're ready to do something about it and they're looking for a better way, then I can show them and tell them what I'm up to. And I think that's just a different energy, and people can feel that. I know that's easier just to say, and so you're probably thinking, yeah, okay, but how? So for me, the how was when I started doing this business, I was working full-time in child protection and commuting 2-3 hours a day. So I used that time to really build my belief in myself, in the products, in the profession. I would listen to audiobooks, I would watch podcasts or listen to podcasts, I would get my hands on any training that I could. And that's really, I think, that's how I built that posture, that's how I built that energy. And just for those who are doing that, just a tip of advice too, if you're spending 2-3 hours a day and doing that, don't fall into the belief that you think you're spending 2 and 3 hours on your business, because you're spending 2 and 3 hours working on yourself. You've got to allocate extra time to work on your business and have conversations, because it's the conversations that get you paid.
Awesome. And your best piece of advice for the crew?
So I had some really nice lovey advice to give you guys. There's actually some really nice questions you can reflect on. They're in the booklet. But Linda gave me some hard love wherever she is. I appreciate her.
She's over here.
And she said they all know, they've heard that all before, like get real and raw with them. Like what have you done, or how have you created the business that you have? And if I'm honest, it's not the how. Like you guys all have the how. You've got amazing systems. You've got leaders who have gone before you, who have created some pretty big success with those systems. So you know the how it works. The difference between the people who go further, faster, like these guys on the stage, it's their mindset. We have the same days. I've had days I've had 100 people say no. I've had times I've held events and hold team trainings and no one's turned up. I've got parents who don't believe in the profession. I've got friends and family members who share memes on social media bagging out people who do network marketing. I have those days, but I think the difference between me and maybe some of you down there is that I don't have those days and think I'm going to quit. I don't have those days and come home like that was hard. Because if taking a few pretty pictures on social media, reaching out or using this business as an excuse to talk to some people that I'm crushing online with, because I think I love their vibe, and actually sharing the products and the business with people who I know are really struggling is hard, I think back and I think, okay, well, if going back to my job and spending 9 hours a day writing an affidavit and dealing with child deaths, is that easier? Is spending the next 50 years making my way up a corporate ladder, doing 50 hours a week, working and helping someone else create and achieve their dream while my soul is being sucked, is that any easier? Is building a traditional business from the ground up with all the money you've got to spend, all the time, the investment, the risk, the stress and babysitting employees, is that any easier? How many of you guys know of parents and you've dropped your kids off at daycare and the first to get there and the last to pick them up, and you've got your child holding your hand, like your leg saying, "Mum, don't go." Is that any easier? I did that in child protection. They weren't even my kids and they didn't want me to go. And I'm like, I'm not doing that when I'm a mum. So when I have a hard day, I just think, okay, well, choose your hard. Like, embrace the suck. One of my favourite quotes is actually by Mel Robbins, and she says that, embrace the suck. It is a work that isn't fun, the in-between stuff that nobody sees, that's going to make all your dreams come true. And so for me, I just embrace the suck. There's parts of this business I do not like. Some of you may not know, but I'm not going to say suffer, because I hate that word suffer. I think that's a choice. I have anxiety. and I get it, and it just comes on. I don't like public speaking, but I get up here because I can't help people in my comfort zone. I'm an introvert, so being around all you guys, it zaps all my energy. I'm going to spend the next week recuperating, trying to get it back. I don't like social media, but I can go and door knock and talk to 1,000 people. I can put a post up and talk to 1,000 people. I would rather spend my weeknights watching The Bachelor than investing my time in team training. But I embrace the suck, and I realize there's just some things in this business you've got to do. And if this is hard, then what's easy, guys? Life isn't easy. So my advice for you is embrace the suck, choose your hard. You're going to fall over, expect it. And when you do, just pick yourself up, laugh it off, and do it again.
That's so good. Thank you so much. So, my growth to here is similar to Karina's. I hated public speaking, absolutely hated it. Failed every oral in English at school, but I made a decision to grow. When Adam and Kira and Celine and Linda asked me to get on stage and do things, I said yes to absolutely everything. And I grew through that pain, and now I kind of enjoy being up here and doing this thing. But it was growth, right? The thing is, when after the Melbourne conference, when first time I met Linda, and she complimented me with my jacket, and I said, "You don't know who I am, but you will," that was me making a decision to be successful in this business. Just like these guys did. They made a decision to be successful in this business. Who here today has made a decision that they want to be successful and will be successful in the business? Let's go, let's stand up. Let's go, stand up. If you've made that decision and you will be successful in this business, let's go.